If I leave the labor type job card blank, both doesn't bring anything from the labor type.
Yes, because it's the default labor type. If you leave the labor type blank, no, that's correct. And the reason is that the function works that all the logic is at the point where the labor type is put onto the job card.
Yeah.
And then time simply takes the default labor type off the job card unless the employee overrides it.
That is not implied when I'm doing the setup.
That setup has nothing to do with that. That setup has to do with simply where is the labor type pulled from and what rate to use in the first place. But that's all done at the point where the job is saved, not when the time is added. The reason for that is you can then choose to override the job labor type with whatever you like after the fact, and the time will use that override. Otherwise, you'd never be able to do that. So if you choose to leave the labor type blank on the job, then the labor type will be blank on the timesheet, and you need to choose one.
Right. Okay.
That gives you flexibility job by job to have a different labor type as you choose, defaulting to the setup options, but you can manually override with whatever you want.
Now, the customer request was, they got one big customer who has got 20 sites, and sometimes they are doing a lot of scheduled maintenance jobs, which is billing ID is the main customer, that's fine, it's working. But when it comes to break fix jobs on the site, they would like to get all the labor that is already set up in the main office customer.
But that should already be handling that. You should have an override labor type on the schedule for the first ones, and have that blank for the second one, and let TSM calculate the labor type for you. On the schedule for the first type.
No, schedule point is working. I'm not worried about schedule.
Okay, which
I'm
bit's
talking
not
about break fix job on the site.
So what I'm saying is, on the schedule, you are choosing your own labor type. Do I have a labor type? I know I don't have a labor type on the schedule. No, it's just a labor rate. Sorry, the labor type always calculates from the customer's default labor type. Why on the break fix does that not happen?
No, and that's what I said. In the job, if I don't put anything as default labor type, it will not work.
But you shouldn't have to put it there. If you've got one set up against the customer, it should go in there automatically. So have you not set one up against the customer? Do you have a system default labor type? Always there should be a fallback system default labor type, which is the labor type of last resort. So that's in utilities, setup, job cards, default labor type.
Yeah, I think you set that up as and you haven't set up.
Yeah, it's three from the top, right? So if you have that set up, by default, the labor type will never be blank. So let's go through the criteria. It'll be billing customer or customer, depending on this option here.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
So one will be first, then the other one will be second, and then if none of those apply, it'll go and look at the default labor type on the job, and I'm sure there's probably something else in between there that I haven't thought of. Possibly the employee default labor type as well after that. I can't